Hello again, you join me in my garage. So it is the week of the video being released that sort of updated you guys what I've been doing so far. If I can work out how to do it, there will be a pop-up there. But I probably won't be able to work it out, so there's going to be nothing there, but you can go and catch up there. Basically, I'm just going to start doing some vlogging for the next few months. So this is the beginning of it. I don't know what's going to be in it, and it would be easier to film the intro at the end to know what I filmed and what you guys to expect, but I'm not that forward planning. Anyway, I don't know if you can see in the remnants of this shot, the garage it's become diabolical, and it seems like the last video was basically a steady decline of my garage getting more and more untidy and just absolutely full of detritus. I'm going to try and sort that out now. I've just bought some shelves. I'm going to try and have a little tidy up and a little sort out, and yeah, I thought I'd sort of give you guys a little update of what's going on right now as of the 11th of October 2024. Okay, welcome to my secret shame. So I got a van vault which is just useless, but there's some stuff locked in it and it's just piling up. There's my AC unit, that's George. I don't know why it's called George. The pile of scrap cable which just got absolutely immense. I've got racking from the old racking from my van, and it's still got a lot of spares and bits and bobs. I was thinking about trying to mount this to the wall, but see how it's got the kind of dent out of it because of the wheel arch and crap like that, so probably ain't gonna work. Yeah, then it just goes into more and more crap. Looks exactly the same, although there's some more CK bags in there now. Some Unilite Velocity bag. This bag is absolutely awesome. Yeah, more crap. Oh, more crap. You may have seen a MCB video where that box fell apart, and that inspired me to do an MCB video. It's the same roof rack. There's actually a roof rack on my van, as you can see. But when I went to put this on, bits and bobs were perishing. I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to go new. I'm going to try and, yeah. But shout out to Ricky for sorting me out that. Also, there's a roof rack going free if someone wants it. Yeah. And it's my secret shame, and I'm so embarrassed of it. And it's just getting more and more untidy. A lot of this stuff, though, where I've been subbing, it's rubbish for the subby that I'm working for, Luke, that I'm subbing to, and it's stuff that he's got to take away. But yeah, I'm going to sort that out into his pile and hopefully get rid of that next week. Yeah, let me take you around the van as well, give you an update there. Here she is, the old girl. Look how dusty and dirty it is. I have been neglecting Betty so bad. Ricky, where? I need some more stickers, to be fair. I need to get stickers as well. I've got a bottle opener. So yeah, I've got yoke vans to fit a bit of rack in here that you may have seen in the MCB video, but the Euro crates have finally showed up. So they're empty, but that's part of what I'm sorting out today as well. So this is me, get rid of these crates on the floor, load these up with bits and bobs and label them up, and then it can be basically a clear floor. They're the shelves, but it's a bit of a mess, and even in the front you can't really see, but Hezza's down there now because he just kept falling over in the back. It's a tip. I need to do some maintenance and some yeah, but that's what today's for. But I'll start doing some bits, and I'll talk about what I've been doing so far. What's that? So I'm still doing subbing. So I do work for regular Wednesdays and Thursdays. I have locked in that I do 2 days a week. So it's kind of like a base wage for me, and then I try and fill in my calendar around those days. Days when I don't, or weeks that I don't have it, sometimes like Luke will be busy, and like in a minute he's messaging me because he wants me to work for the next 2 weeks, but then I'm just always apprehensive about taking that work on, because then when my phone rings I can't sort of let him down, if that makes sense. So you've got to have that balancing act, and I would always say anyone that's doing it, try and keep at least a day a week free if you're going to be doing stuff. I mean, it's annoying if you're just sitting at home, but odds are the phone always rings and something always comes up, and there's always paperwork and admin and tidying to do. So yeah, but yeah, that's been keeping me quite busy. the phone's been ringing more and more, and surprisingly, since I've started doing bits on YouTube, the phone's been ringing even more. So I don't know if that's a fact that Google's pushing me more because I'm getting more hits because of the name and whatever else, but yeah, it is a slow process. But anyone that's, I mean, I can't recommend enough to anyone that's thinking of doing it, because I have wanted to be self-employed since I was 20 years old. Like, it's just something I've always wanted to work for myself, because I get frustrated by the people that I work for. So a lot of the time, like companies and whatever else, you get to some of the management have been off the tools so long that they don't really empathize and understand the troubles and whatever else that's going on, and everything comes down to money at the end of the day. Whereas if it's your business, of course it comes down to money, but it's, you know, you can choose what you're charging, and you can choose the quality of your install, and if it overruns, you've only got yourself to blame. But yeah, it's money, and being screwed down by big companies is always a tough one. So for anyone going to do it, I would say it's the things you don't do in life that you regret more. And I just know I would have gone through my whole life and then thought, you know, if I try this and it's 12 months down the line and I fail, I tried, didn't I? But you don't know unless you try. So yeah, for anyone thinking of doing it, take the leap. It's quite fun. So I have a little online presence. So I've got an Instagram and a YouTube and a website. And then you can see all your analytics and different bits and bobs. I don't really understand all the SEOs, which is like search engine optimization or something. So you put keywords in your website and all of that stuff. I don't know all about that, so I'm not the man to suggest it. However, having an online presence is great because it means that someone can look you up at least. So if I speak to a customer for the first time, I normally send them a link to some of my socials to sort of say, here's some of my other work and whatever else, and then you're not just they can see that you're not going anywhere, you can't hide anywhere, and if you're online, people can leave you reviews and whatever else. So yeah, that's been I've been so late into it as well. I've done bits on Instagram, but I was so focused on trying to get everything sorted and get myself ahead that I never really focused on like marketing and different bits like that. So that's definitely something people should focus on, and yeah, just say yes to everything. Try and just go and do every work. Instagram is amazing because there's so many electricians on there, and it's a great community for advice and help, and there's loads of people that are inundated with work. So I've had a load of contacts from Instagram to go and do work, and you get to work with others. It's always great working with other people because you can learn new things, new ways of doing things. Obviously it's a great crack when you're working on your own all the time. It's good to work with others now and then, and yeah, so try and build up a little network before you even jump the gun. Chat to people, talk. Yeah, no one is sort of a gatekeeper and trying to hide this information. It's all there, and people are always happy to help, from what I found anyway. And yeah, I feel like I'm just rambling about random stuff. I don't even know what I've said so far, in all honesty. But yeah, I'm going to be trying to just carry on and plodding what I'm doing, letting myself grow naturally, and I'm going to work on the website and make that a bit better. I'm going to be posting some more work-related stuff because all of my stuff is to do with teaching content. So my whole Instagram, if you go on it, there's barely any pictures of my work because I don't know, I don't really take pictures of my work afterwards, but I need to be like that. So I need to start posting pictures there, posting it on Facebook, posting it on Google, because you should put pictures on Google and everything like that, just to sort of push myself out a bit more. So that's something I'm going to be doing. The other thing I'm contemplating is sign writing the van. Now, I have so many mixed reviews. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on it, but so many people have said no, don't do it because it's a walking advertisement for all the tools that you may have on the van. But then you're missing out on so many customers, because the amount of times I've had customers come up to me when working for other companies, oh, you got a card, mate? Oh, you're an electrician, da 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 da, and me driving around Harlow, people get to know my van if I put distinctive wrapping on it. I can only assume that googly eyes will go somewhere on it. But yeah, I'm really contemplating it, but it's such an outlay for me, and I've already outlaid quite a bit, but I don't plan on getting rid of the van anytime soon. So I'm thinking about getting like a half wrap or something like that on it, and then it's a constant advert. I know it's a constant advert for my tools as well, but I don't know, I feel like I want to get my brand out everywhere, and why not have it on the van? Also, I've had some feedback from people that people just show up in an unmarked van that's not as trustworthy. I don't know if any of you guys have found that, but yeah, that is the my next step, I think. Saving up a bit of money. It's nearly a year to the day since I got made redundant. It'll be next month, and then I want to try and get to that point, and I'd love to get this wrapped so that for a year on from when I started, the van is completely done. This is completely tidy, and yeah, and I feel like it's like a good milestone, if that makes sense, for my year anniversary. The other bit I'm hoping to do is some more long form teaching content that you've seen some of already on my channel, and I'm hoping it's going to get better quality and more planned out. But I know there's tons of teaching stuff out there, and it's just doing my own bits and my way of explaining things, and I really want to do some of the more like the DB stuff I've been doing in the inspection stuff. So any feedback on that's really good, and what you'd like to see going forward. It's really hard to gauge this because you won't see this until like Christmas time, and I probably would have put out a load of crap that I've already mentioned. But oh well. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling for now and start doing some graft. Oh, one last thing before I start tidying up is I just want to say a massive thank you to all you guys for all the positive feedback in the last video. This comes out way in the past, so the video, the sort of 6-month one, that one, yeah, because a lot of people ended up finding me from that. My subscribers went up, and it actually was quite a decent video, and I think a lot of people, for whatever reason, YouTube started putting the algorithm out to some of the people that know me from before. So thank you for all your positive feedback and lovely comments. It meant a lot to me because I kind of was disappeared from the internet for a little while, and yeah, for whatever reason YouTube decided to push me out to you guys, and yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you. So cheers, guys. Right, so it turns out that guy is full of crap and things didn't get done that day. I ended up doing a little bit of sorting and then had to go off to see my boy Winston and pick up the kids and do whatever else. However, it is later on that week, and I am on an EICR from a customer that found me through YouTube, which is awesome. So yeah, anyone else that wants me to work for you through YouTube, please fill out an inquiry form on my website. Yeah, just doing an EICR here, and then I am going to the garage, and then I am planning to do some bits and bobs. So I could lie and say it was the same day, but obviously my appearance has changed ever so slightly. I hacked my beard away a little bit, so yeah. Anyway, I'll see you at the garage. Right, I'm back, and I'm going to make a start on this. I'm not going to bore you with the details of it. However, my rubbish pile is going down. I'm getting it all sorted with recycling and general detritus, other people's rubbish, and my domestic rubbish, which is fine to go in a normal bin. I don't know where my finger is, whether it's pointing at it. So that's all going in the domestic bin, and it's starting to look a little bit clearer. I'm also got my biggest job I've actually got to date, a big old house in East Finchley. Got a huge fuse board to do and other bits. Hopefully I can document that in the future, or in the past if you're watching this, I'm not sure. But I'm having to dig around and getting a load of materials that are already in here, so it's just dead stock. So yeah, it makes more sense to go through all of this stuff and find what I need, including breakers and stuff like that, which work out expensive, but they're always left over and I've always got bits knocking about. So I'm going to keep on digging, keep on tidying, and I'll try and show you the semi-finished or finished product, not sure yet. Anyway, I'm going to crack on. Looks like I've not emptied a single thing, but the whole van is loaded. This is going to take bloody ages. I love those things. Come on, getting somewhere at least. I've got a shelf built. I only pinched my fingers about 10 times, so yeah, all you need is a hammer. I don't know why the grips are there. And the old Union light lighting it up, all bougie. I need to I should have got the 450 ones. These are the 300s, but I didn't want it sticking out too much. But now looking at the perspective in the garage, it's yeah. Anyway, let me get more built. There's so much mess. Right, as you can see behind me, I've made some progress, and there's some shelves. Now, they're not stacked in any kind of meaningful way. I've just kind of chucked some stuff off of the floor. Let's just stick out of there. But yeah, I mean, for a row of shoes, that's like a shoe rack. Not much on there, but you can see all of this stuff is off the floor, which is good because it actually does get a bit windy and you can see all the leaves blowing in from underneath. And I opened that van vault and all of the tools in it are mouldy, so that's a bit. But hang on, let's get a step back. Let's take a step back. It doesn't look any better, does it? All that effort and it looks exactly the same in here, but it's a bit of progress. So the idea is now I can order stuff. Obviously I can't take up space in my home, but I will be prepared, have stuff sorted out here, see if I can get some bits that are already lying around to save myself some money. And then, yeah, and I'll be loading up these Euro crates basically with materials. So this is actually for a job I'm doing next week. There's not many materials, but that's what I found so far. So now I'm putting the order to TLC, who I use most of the time, to be honest. I just find their prices competitive and their online stuff's really good. Because when you say you're getting conduit and you select some white plastic conduit, it will say, it will drop down and go put all of the bits, and you're like, oh yeah, that, whether it's lids, gaskets, the 4mm screws, whatever. It kind of suggests stuff to you so you don't forget and it kind of jogs your memory. But yeah, that is the plan. Get this a little bit more organised, but it's a bit better. Got this pile of scrap to get rid of, and that'll be like a little Brucey bonus, although taking it in before Christmas is normally a bad idea. The piles of rubbish you've got, I mean, it doesn't look that much clearer, but honestly it's a lot clearer. That's just a box of recycling, which I'm putting in my normal household recycling. It's my stuff from my house, so it's going in my recycling bin. I'm not taking it anywhere else. Need to sort this pile out. This is all home stuff like Christmassy stuff and bikes and whatever else. Might get a couple of bike hooks and stick them on the wall, get them out of the way. Bit of space here, maybe just get another shelf to stick there. I don't know whether to just shelf out this whole side because these are low enough that they will miss the garage door. For height perspective, they're so like 6'4". I'm joking. Yeah, so I'm pleased I've done something at least, because yeah, watching that last video was just disgraceful. Watching that chaos and it just get worse and worse and worse. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this here for now at the garage, and let's see what's next in the video. Who knows? Morning, guys. You join me in my garage. My neatly organised garage, must I say. But I needed this bad boy. So I'm on a fuse board change, and all I had was yellow labels. Hang on, let me get you a bit further away from my face. You don't need to see this. What the hell? It's like I'm a teenager getting spots, and then I attacked it, and then it went bloody. And anyway, the calendar's really picking up. The date is currently just the arse end of October, nearly Halloween, and but November's like filling up, sort of nearly halfway through, and I don't know what's going on, but something's happening and things are starting to pick up, and it seems to. Yeah, I don't know if it's this, if it's just the fact that I've been established a certain amount of time now, whatever it is, things are picking up. But yeah, I'm going to a lovely guy now, Keith, and he found me through YouTube. I've just done a fuse board yesterday, got another fuse board to do, and then just redoing an armoured. And yeah, I'll show you some of that stuff today, hopefully. But yeah, I don't know what's happening. I'm very confused, but business is picking up. I want to say booming, but it's picking up. That's my setup today. I'm just moving chunky from this bag into here. It still doesn't quite fit because it's such a large unit. Just trying to get it in, and the leads and different bits in there. Obviously I want to have a few screwdrivers because I really rate this bag here. Obviously the chunky ain't going to fit in it, but this is just perfect for EICRs. Get a few labels. Doesn't matter what brand of tester is. I mean, obviously McLovin is a great tester, but you can normally get bits of sleeving, labels, other bits in this side of it. You can get a few bits here, so different accessory screws, tape measure for measuring like downlight holes and stuff like that for quoting. You've got like a leakage tester in there. Only tools you're going to need. I used to have the Nipex all-in-one things,
but I lived under a floor in London. If you get a set pair of sideys with the accessory screw cutter as well, so then you can cut them down while you're on site. Just a little selection of screwdrivers. You can have one of those handles and all of those. I've never got on with them. But then in there, some bare batteries and the little Q-Tech lamp adapter thingy. So it's a really good bag. I really rate this, but the zips do fail, I think. Yeah, look, bits break off of them, so you do go through them quite a bit, but they are, I mean, and you can have an idea if you really want to. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about tool bags. This thing just don't fit into any tool bag, which is a bit of a downside to it. I mean, this is the, whatever it is, tester bag, and it doesn't quite fit. Might have to just get a normal tool bag. I want something that protects it a little bit, but yeah. Anyway, this is the DB I'm changing. Old MEM board. So a few circuits in it, so it shouldn't be too bad. Putting this fuse box board in. I've changed the house DB as well, so surge protection and everything's in there. I was wondering why I couldn't get that out of the terminal. That was completely pushed in up to here, and it's just been, yeah, nice focus camera, God. It's just been burning its way through. Hopefully you guys can see that. Not very clever, is it? The thing is on an EICR, you're not going to take that out normally. So on an incoming supply, but it's not very clever. That's about as interesting as it's going to get. This is a very basic fuse box change. See these screwdrivers, how they're stripped back? This is my lazy man's raw plug, not raw plug. Actually, it does do raw plugs. Spit fixing tool. So I'll just get my mark roughly. You can't even see it. Get it where I want it with that one. And then this one is the perfect line up for a spit fixing. I don't know what you call these. I call them spits because of the brand, but how's this for absolutely riveting content? Huh? Don't get this on any other channel. But yeah, that's why I thought these are stripped back. You're not supposed to do it, but that's what this thing's for. It's also got a little kink in it where I've used it to try and wedge a floorboard up. So yeah, I'm using my tools as usual, but there you go, there's some dead content. And that's that done. The all cables are long enough, so that's nice. The cage obviously isn't doing anything. This isn't on, that's why I'm poking around in it at the minute. Yeah, it's not really much to say. Obviously it was a lot smaller, so I just filled it in a little bit. The I'm on the fence about putting intermittent sealant in it. I had to rip out one of my own fuse boards where I filled up this hole, and it ended up being an absolute nightmare. Don't know what your opinions are on it. Metal fuse boards were a knee-jerk reaction to basically cowboys installing fuse boards and causing fires. There was nothing. The metal doesn't stop the fire, does it? It just contains it. But I've installed this correctly. All of these are torqued up to the correct settings all the way along the fuse board. So why on earth would I need to worry about the fire spreading? There ain't going to be a fire here. That makes sense. But yeah, let me know what you guys do. Do you squirt loads of intermittent sealant in them? Because it's a bloody nightmare when you have to come and put cables into it, or if you replace the fuse box. So yeah, anyway, that's the Garage DB done. Also, I can't get this Brother label printer. I was lost an eye as well. But these are just, I can never get the spacing right on like the lids, you know, like for the circuit ways and stuff. Just no clue. I know Luke Sparky on Insta has a guide, but his account's been hacked at the minute, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. Anyway, I'll show you the house board in a sec. So this is the house consumer unit. The board's been moved over. It looks a bit weird, but the customer actually has 2 spare tiles, so they're going to cut and put them in there so that from this level it's going to look seamless. That's the idea anyway. But yeah, I choose this angle because it looks nice from that angle, but you can see I had to extend all of the earths up there. So, you know, if you look at the board from down here, it just looks like a bit of a mess, but you've got to choose the angles right for Instagram and whatever else. Oh, I'm not sure whereabouts in this blog thing this is going to go, but I'm just on an EICR, lovely customer's property. I wanted to talk about the other side of the coin when it comes to self-employment, because I have been struggling. Sorry, there's an aeroplane going overhead. Being on the flight path must suck, but basically there's another side to this coin, because as much as I love the work, what I'm doing, and the challenge and everything else, there is a bit of a strain that can be put on you, because like I found it. So last week I had the biggest job I've had since being self-employed, and basically I was very sick. I went to Butlins. I weren't because I was hungover or whatever. I went there and basically got really sick because it was a big crowd, and I had to go to work. I couldn't let that customer down, and it was like a snowball effect that it was having on me, because I felt like I was letting that customer down because I was poorly, but I didn't want to let them down by not being there, and then I want to be able to schedule them back in. If I was employed, I just would have been sick. You know, I just would have said, yeah, not my problem. But it is your problem, and it is your customer, and it is your reputation on the line, and it's something that is starting to kind of creep in as I'm getting busier, because I don't want to let people down. And then you're so busy working that you can then fall behind with your admin, and then you'll get phone calls during the day that you need to remember to go, right, I need to get back to that customer, I need to do that quote, I need to do this, I need to do that. And you can start getting overwhelmed quite quickly if you are working Monday to Friday like I have been, and just being double busy. Whereas I should leave more time to do these things, rather than me working till like 8 o'clock every night. So yeah, I'm learning some lessons, and yeah, I want to throw that in there as well, because this is all about business and learning and whatever else, and things that I'm learning. So as much as I may have said in previous bits about, you know, it's the best thing ever and whatever else, and it is, and I really do love it, but there are other sides of it. I'm going into more detail. I'm just in a dank shed at the minute, but I'll go into more details of bits I think about, and yeah, I might show you some bits I found in this property as well. Right, I'm in another dank shed, but when you're starting out, you need to take every job that comes. Well, you want to try and be busy, you want to try and be, you know, get your own work and do whatever. And what you do end up getting to a tipping point, which I am now, whereby you're filling in a calendar. So I've got a sub in, I'm doing my own work, I'm doing whatever, because I'm trying to build a nest egg and trying to get on top, trying to say yes to every job. And what that happens means that, well, what that means is I'm working Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday, but not only am I working all those days, I mean, you might think, oh, poor me. Everyone works Monday to Friday, didn't they? Or works 5 days a week. What I mean is that I do work like today. So I'm working until 4:30 today. I have to go home and finish off the certificate for the other job and do the building control notification, and then send off my invoice and everything else to the customer, as well as a quotation for more works at that job. So I'll be working to 8-9 o'clock, as well as doing the EICR for this property that I'm doing. I'll probably get time to start typing it up. I do bits on bits of paper. I'll show that actually at some point, because I like my little sheet. And so then I'll be working again tomorrow, and the same thing, working in those evenings, which is fair, because I'm, you know, you're then earning more coin and whatever else, but what you're doing is burning a candle at both ends, and you end up dropping the ball, and that's what I don't want to start doing. And I have done to a certain extent with certain bits, because like a customer contacted me about a charger. They emailed me, I went off to Butlins, I completely forgot about it, and they ended up calling me saying, oh, did you have a look at it? And I just completely forgot. I was thinking, oh man, I've let them down. But I mean, it's not the end of the world, but you're only human. But you want to be, Jesus Christ, I don't know how well that's come across on the mic, but it's so loud. But you want to come across professional, and you want to give the best service you can to your customers. And yeah, it's something that I am currently starting to sort out, because I'm just making myself way too busy, and you don't want to be a busy fool, really. And yeah, so many spiders in here. I'm gonna get caked and stuff. But yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It is now November the 11th, so remembrance, 11/11. So yeah, it's a bit further on in the timeline. I don't know how this video is going to cobble together, but it's got to be better than the one that was vertical like this. So anyway, I'll get some permission, hopefully from the customer, and I can show you a few of the bits that I found. Right, the guy in the previous clip was full of crap. He didn't show you around, but I did do a standalone video. It was that Wilex 3036 board, so I did some other bits. But yeah, going on from that, I'm getting a bit more ahead now. It's a few days later, and I'm actually coming up to a year of trading. So on the 20th of November, I started this company and started doing my own bits. So yeah, I was made redundant on the 16th, and then I went away on holiday. So I actually got made redundant the day before I went on holiday, which is a bit rubbish. It kind of ruined the holiday a little bit. But yeah, then I started this company on the 20th. So yeah, it's gone really quick. It's come around really fast. But yeah, it's all a learning curve, and it's something a friend of mine said. It's like, I'm basically, if you put it into terms of electrical, it's like I'm a first year apprentice when it comes to business and this kind of thing, because I've only got a year experience, so I can't be expected to know everything and make all the right decisions and that sort of thing. So yeah, but I'll speak a little bit more about my redundancy. So on this time last year, on the Friday, I got a text message saying that there's a big important company meeting on Monday. So it's not great, is it? 3 o'clock on a Friday, you're thinking, what the hell's going on? Then on that Monday, I got called into a virtual meeting. Obviously, weren't in the country, so we were all told that they were making cuts, they're not making money, and they're going to have to make some redundancy. They've got to think about it and whatever else. And then by the Thursday, so I was going on holiday, so I think that's why they put the decision forward, because they were getting rid of me. I then went to work that morning, got called into the office on the Thursday about 2 o'clock, and then was told then I was made redundant with immediate effect. So I was put on immediate gardening leave, and I was out of the company. So it was really like pulling the rug out from underneath you. And it was like, yeah, it was paid gardening leave, so fair enough, I'm getting paid, but it was a lack of trust, it seemed like, in me, because they actually cancelled the insurance policy, so I wasn't allowed to drive the van, so I couldn't drive the van home. All of my life and all of my tools and everything is in that van. I use a lot more than I should have as an employed person. The tools and equipment I use, you know, a lot of them should be company tools, but yeah, just told. And then business is business at the end of the day. You know, people had to get cut, and I was cut for whatever reason. And yeah, then I was driven home by one of the guys in the office in my van, and then like I was told I could leave like stuff in the van and come and collect it, but I was going away on holiday and I didn't want my stuff being left with that company. So I literally emptied everything up, my whole life, into my in-laws garden, which you may have seen at the beginning of the other video. And yeah, it was just like, it was such a fast, it just happened so quick, like no time to prepare, no nothing. And it was a bit of a shocker. And yeah, I mean, the company weren't doing well anyway. I mean, the business model, transitioning into the like solar and all of that lot is really hard to do. And you know, cash flow can be such a difficult thing. And yeah, I'm not a business person, so I can't possibly comment on what's going on with the company and whatever. Obviously, people have got their own plans, but at the time there was zero work. I mean, there was always never that much work there, in all honesty. There's lots of times when we were sitting around and not much to do. But yeah, it is what it is. I was made redundant, and I hope that the company go on to do well, because I don't want my friends and, like, you know, colleagues to be out of a job, and I want the company to do well. You know, if they make the cuts and then still go under, it's like it was all for nothing kind of thing. But hopefully, if they bounce back and do well, then it was all worth it in the end of the day. But it gave me the push that I needed, which is important. Let me start another clip. So it gave me the push I needed to go and be self-employed, because I've wanted to do it forever. I don't like answering to people, and I don't like, I always fall out with management, and I'm a bit of, I'm not the best employee, and I'll be the first to admit it, because I'm quite outspoken and opinionated. So if I think something's wrong, I normally would tell you that I think it's wrong, and I won't be a yes man. So I'm not the easiest person to employ. But my heart's in the right place, because I want to do the best by my customers or best by my colleagues or whatever it may be. But this push is just, this year has just been so amazing, and I'm so glad I'm doing it. And yeah, hopefully I'm going to talk about different bits I've learned, but I want to try and put it together, not just, I mean, in case you can't tell, every one of these clips I'm winging it. I literally just press record and then I just talk at you. And so I'm probably repeating myself and making all sorts of mistakes, but I want to try and make a detailed thing of the things I've learned in this first year. I might do it as a separate video. I might just plow it on the end of this one. I don't know how long this is at the minute, but yeah, one takeaway I will say from it is that there's certain softwares and certain bits and bobs that can streamline your business, but just don't fall for all of them. Definitely try the trials. Don't sign up to anything when you first start. You do not need job management software. You do not need accounting software. You ain't doing any bloody work, okay? When you're busy, yeah, sure, when you start building up, but you do not need the likes of Tradeify or fucking Xero, Sage, any of that crap, because, I mean, the amount of work you're going to be doing, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to juggle the handful of jobs that you're doing to start with. So yeah, I wouldn't, when you start, all of that crap, just keep your overheads down to a minimum if you can. And I really don't get on with accounting software. I've tried 2 now, and I just don't see the point of them. I don't see how they streamline my business. I really don't. So, but yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Anyway, I really need to start planning these videos. I have no idea what I've said now. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm just in Camden. I'm just doing a little job here. I've got a admin day trying to catch up. Like I said, I fell behind. After tomorrow, I should be 100% caught up. And then Wednesday is a year of Faultless. So I will talk to you on that day, I think. I might even have one of those. That's not a joint whistling, by the way. That was one of the balloon things. I need a party popper. Anyway, I'll speak to you in a sec. Right, the guy in the previous clip is a complete and utter liar. So it is now the new year. So the year of Faultless has come and gone, and I've completely missed celebrating in any way. However, the reason I haven't been doing any filming is I've been double busy. Like, it's just been the perfect purple patch of work. It's just unreal. So I've actually not had a chance to film anything, or just been too preoccupied, to be honest. It's been really exciting. It's been really good, but obviously I'm a bit late, and now this vlog, which was supposed to be kind of monthly progression, has got a huge big gap. So yeah, let me explain a little bit what I've done over the last couple of months. So in November, I managed to get about 3 or 4 jobs on the bounce, and they were quite big jobs, and a lot of the work was found through here. So it was just a really good run, and I'm just so excited about it. And yeah, it's been a good run. I wanted to talk to you about loads of bits, but it just seems like this video's ran away from me, and I'd rather bring it to a conclusion now and then talk about some of the stuff. So what I'm going to do is film another video explaining what I've learned in the first year, because it's now been a year and I've got time to reflect on it, things I've done right, wrong, mainly wrong to be honest, and sort of ways I found work, whatever it may be. I'm going to stick it all in a little short video describing bits and bobs then. But this has been the next 6 months of Faultless Electrical Services. It's been a really good year. I've really enjoyed myself, and yeah, I'm hoping next year that there's going to be a lot more teaching content, a lot more work and everything else, and better sound quality, because you probably noticed on this last clip I'm using a microphone and it sounds a lot clearer, or it's really rustly because it's rubbing off of my new Snickers. What?
my niece Snickers shirt. So it was a gift, by the way. I'd never spend this much money on clothes. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for all your support and everything over the last year. And thanks to everyone that's helped me out. And I'm just rambling now, but I'll catch you on the next one. Tell a lie, I'm not going to end it there, because I feel like you guys need to know that, you know, I promised how I was going to get this place prim and proper and looking great. Yeah, I'm not very good. But there's always 2025 to get this right. But I have shelves, at least. I have shelves. Anyway, should probably end it there then.